Hey guys, welcome back. If you're following along, you're in my pre-algebra class. This is the third edition of Saxon Algebra 1/2. We are on lesson 2. So this is lesson 2 talking about, we're going to be rounding some whole numbers, but we're also talking about the number line and some place value. In a previous lesson, we discussed the billions, millions, thousands, and where everything falls on our place value. You'll notice that pattern repeats in each section. We have our ones, our tens, our hundreds. Then we have our ones, tens, hundreds, so on and so forth. I figured I'd write that down so you could see it, because we're going to be dealing with some pretty gosh darn large numbers here. Okay, so just a quick refresh. A number line looks like this, and we put a 0 in the center. If you're right-handed, which most of you are, so I apologize to my lefties, you're going to go in the direction of your right hand is how you are going to increase your number line. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then we decrease in the other direction, -1, -2, and -3. So that's what our number line looks like, okay? You need to be able to put things on the number line, especially not whole numbers. So if I give you -2 and 1/2, -2 and 1/2 comes between -2 and -3, not -1. So it's going to come right in between here, okay? So get some familiarity with that so that you understand. All right, now we're going to talk about rounding some whole numbers, rounding whole numbers. If you're following along in the book, I'm on page 9, and I'm sorry, page 8, and example 2.3 says, round this giant number 326,502 to the nearest 10,000s. 10,000s. Okay, so just a reminder that this is ones, tens, and hundreds, right? Ones, tens, and hundreds. This whole is our thousands. I don't know what I was trying to draw there. This is our millions, right? We want to run around to the nearest 10,000s. So this is, might help to do this, ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds, 10,000. So in our thousand, it's going to be this guy right here is where we want to round to. In order to do that, we need to look to the number to the right of it, right next to it. If that number is 5 or greater, we boost our number up. And in this case, it's 6, which is greater than 5. So we're going to boost this guy up, okay? Boost that guy up. Now, if it's less than 5, you just leave everything the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep everything 4, 7, 1, comma, 3, and then we boost this guy up to 3, and then zeros on out. So we have now rounded that to the nearest 10,000, nearest 10,000. Okay, so looking at the next example, holy cannoli, they gave you a big one here. Okay, this is our ones, this is our tens, this is our hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens. Okay, this is our thousands. This is our millions. This is our billions. Okay, and what they are asking for on this 2.4, they are asking us to round it to the nearest 10 million. Okay, 10 million. So we look in our millions section right here, and we look at the tens, which is this guy right here. They want us to round to that one, which means we now need to look to the one to the right of it, this guy. If it's 5 or greater, we boost this up. If it's not, we leave it the same. And since it's less than 5, we're going to leave it the same. So 8, 3, comma, 7, and then 5 stays exactly the same, and then it zeros on out for everything. On out for everything, okay? On the middle of this page, I'm on page 9, there are some practice questions. It's asking for A, use a number line to arrange those. Use a number line to arrange -1, 4, -7, 0, 7, and 5. All right, so we always start, with our positive numbers, we're doing least to greatest. With our positive numbers, that's pretty easy. We've been doing that since about kindergarten, right? So we would have 0, I like to cross them off as I do them so I don't accidentally forget something. 4, 5, and 7. 4, 5, and 7. Now on the other side of that, we have -1, and then we have -7, okay? -1, then -7. Those are the correct order for that. All right, so for B, arrange those following numbers in order: 736, -637, 367, 376, 673. Well, first off, there's only one negative, so that's our smallest number. That's pretty easy. 637. Get rid of that guy. Now we have a 300, 300, 600, 700. Well, we know our 600 is going to come over here. Then our 700 is going to come over here, right? So now we just have to look. 367 and 376. Looks like 367 is smaller than 376. So there's your answers. There's your answer. All right, now for C, it's asking us to round this number. So 914,471, 752 to the nearest 10,000s. 10,000. Here is our thousands, right? And it goes 1, 10, 100, 1, 10, 100, 1, 10, 100. Here's our thousands, and we want to round it to the nearest 10,000. So that's going to be this position right there. We look to the 1 to the next to it. It's a 1. That is less than 5. So we're going to keep this 7 all the same. 914, 470, 000. Excellent. All right, and the next, so for D, our final question, we have 83,625,502, and we want to round that to the nearest thousand. Well, here's our ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds, 1, 10, and we don't have any hundreds. In the nearest thousands, this is our thousands, this is our millions, okay? That means we're gonna be rounding to this position right there. So we look here, and that is a 5, which means we need to boost our number up. So it's gonna be 83, 62, and instead of 5, we're boosting it up to 6, and then we put a bunch of zeros in. That is your correct answer. Excellent work. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening.